motherfuckers, welcome back to Pics or It Didn't Happen. I am Fats King. I am joined as always by my brother, the Yeti. You want to say what's up, homie?
We're back.
You thought you could get rid of us like a bad case of crabs, but not even shaving your pubic hair will get rid of this infestation.
That's fucked up. I thought we were better than that.
I broke myself. Oh fuck! I'm just getting into this. All right, we have a very special guest. This isn't just an up and coming artist. This is also a friend of ours. We've spoke on numerous occasions in person and on the phone a few times. We are joined by a very up and coming artist, Worm. You want to say what's up, brother?
What up, y'all? Thank you for having me.
Well, we
drink water.
Oh, bro, the cotton mouth is legitimate. My mouth literally tastes like the inside of a bowl.
I mean, it happens.
It is how it goes down. So, you like I said, you were an up and coming artist. You're a name on a lot of people's tongues right now, and it's I was gonna ask, how does it feel to have a lot of people really pushing your shit right now?
Dog, it's weird. It's weird. I've been doing this shit since like 2016, so like it's weird that I'm starting to like actually get support and do shit that I
like gain traction. Like,
yeah, dude.
How crazy is that to like everybody talks about the struggle, and I'm not gonna say that you're done struggling, but how crazy is it to start feeling the benefits, to start reaping those fucking rewards, man?
Dude, it's nuts. It's a great fucking feeling, dog. Like, especially because, dude, I don't know. Like, eventually you start to like lose sight of shit, and like, I don't know, dude. It's very nice and very unexpected. It makes me very happy.
I mean, I feel like that's the only real answer you can give on that. So what brought you to our scene? I know that you're a juggalo. I know that you do come from this scene. This is the taboo thing we talk about on this show, is that you can be in this scene and not be a juggalo. It fucking helps. It does help, but you don't have to be born in this scene to make music for this scene. So I just wanted to put that one. I just wanted to put that one out there.
Yeah.
But you being from this scene, how did you find ICP? How did you find horrorcore music as it was? The thing we all love and are here to talk about.
When I was a little kid, dude, my mom's best friend ever, like, she was my second mom. She helped raise me and shit. She used to do like road work and like backdrop designs and shit for Psychopathic Records. So when I was a little kid, dude, like all of like 4 or 5 years old, she's giving me fucking ICP CDs, put me onto like Dark Lotus and shit. And ever since, dude, I just had a weak spot for it. Like, I love it. It's super fucking cool.
Bro, that might be the youngest exposure to Psychopathic we've ever heard on the show. 4 or 5. That's some early roots, bro. God
Dude,
damn.
it is super early. Like, as far back as I can remember, I've always been down with it.
See, there was Tooth again. What the fuck was that?
I don't know. I think it's his camera cutting in and out.
That is so weird. We'll have fun editing around that shit.
Yeah, that's my job. I'll chop this out.
Anyway, so what do you think your favorite Joker card is?
Riddle box all day.
Oh God,
well, that was fast.
That's me and him, bro. But that's a question, bro. That is a question that every Juggalo has their quick answer for, because they've said it 1,000 times. What's your Joker's card? Riddle box. What's your Joker's card? Jekyll Brothers. You know what I mean? You know what part of their story spoke to you the hardest,
absolutely. Like, if you're really a Juggalo and you're like really into this shit, then I feel like you definitely are very quick to tell like which one has that meaning to you and shit.
And I think if you're here long enough, because I found this out like actually yesterday, I never really knew why, but like to me, I never cared much for Hell's Pit, and everybody's like, "Oh, Hell's Pit was like the last great album." I was like, I just didn't get into it.
It kind of was.
But here's the thing: I found out why. It just happened to be for me at that point when that dropped. I listened to Suicide Hotline, and I was just taken back to when that was, and I was like, oh man, I know I hate it because this point in my life was god awful, and I don't ever want to think about it again.
You know, it's funny because everybody gives such love to the OG Dark Lotus, and Violent J has stated that when he made that album, he was the most depressed and suicidal he has ever been in his entire life.
Yep. I feel like that's what makes the best art, though. If you can find out how to actually channel that, because like that's how I always made my best shit. Like, dude, when I got divorced and fucking was homeless and shit, I made the best music, and I don't know, dude.
That's it's art breeds pain, pain breeds art. You know, you have to bleed for it, I guess. But so you as an artist and as a singer and as a blood curdling screamer, the first time I heard you fucking do that shit, we were at Carl's. I think it was a Cody show. I don't remember. There wasn't a whole heap of names on the bill, but it was a good ass night because everybody was just having a good time because it was Carl's. But I remember hearing you on fucking stage, and you cut through my trip. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't exactly know how I have that scream, but I do. It's fun.
We'll get to that, but I want to know. So, how did you decide you wanted to be an artist? Like, did you want to sing first? Did you want to rap first? Like, what was the? Yeah.
I used to want to be in a band, dude. Like, for the longest time, I wanted to do nothing but like make like either grindcore or fucking black metal, and then it eventually hit the point where I was like, I couldn't hold a band together worth of fucking shit, dude. Like, I went through 5 bands in a year and had absolutely no music to show. Yeah, it had absolutely no music to show for it. And I was like,
that is a very dysfunctional relationship with music.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, I don't know, I was sitting there tripping on fucking acid one night, and I was like, I wonder if I can rap. And I like started fucking around in the studio and like made some god awful fucking beat and made a track. And I was like, yo, I like this. I'm gonna keep doing this until I get good at it. And shit, still doing it.
Now, how old were you when you decided to do this? Was this something like, was school even a thought, or was this like you committed to this early?
I was committed extremely early, dude. Like 4th grade, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be in a fucking band, dude. Like, it never stopped. Like, my love for music was forever. Never give a fuck about school, never give a fuck about work, you know. I just wanted to make music, dude. Like, that's the only thing that actually like gave my life a meaning, it seemed.
For some people, it's like that. It's funny because you mentioned that you were in like so many bands at so many times. That's something we've seen a lot of for a lot of artists, is either they were with a group and they were the only ones that kept pushing, or they were in a band and they were the only ones who kept pushing. Like, so do you think that those projects failing has forced you to take such a sink or swim mentality toward the way you do your music?
Absolutely.
Can you elaborate on that? Like, because I've seen some of the shit you say when you're in the writing process, and it's fucking dark, man. It seems like you have to really take yourself to a horrible place to get to sometimes.
Yeah, no, dude, I tap into like the darkest that I can, because like that's what my music really is. At least for me, it's like it's all like a therapy process. Really, at the end of the day, I mean, it's all about me like wanting to fucking kill myself and shit. And that's the only way I really like channel it, is through my music. So like, I definitely tap into it, and sometimes it be getting the best of me, but it pays off.
Yeah, it's like we were saying before. You gotta suffer for your art. And
absolutely.
So, what was some of the early things you were doing, as far as making music as a rapper? How were you trying to get it out to people? Were you like a SoundCloud guy? Were you passing out little mixtapes and shit? Like,
I was SoundCloud and Bandcamp for the longest time, dude. Like, which was actually really cool because SoundCloud not too long ago fucking hit me with the verification check mark, and they're like, yo, you've been fucking here for years, dog. Like, you've been putting in work. You deserve this. So I was like, yo, that's fucking awesome. Like, I literally cried. I was like, "This is the coolest fucking thing ever."
That is pretty fucking dope. There's a nice little checklist for you. Got that
Dude,
one.
yeah.
We've never been verified on nothing.
And we probably never fucking will.
Yeah,
Hey,
no.
shit, if Worm can get verified, anybody can get verified. For real.
Hey,
I'm gonna hang around Instagram for a while.
That's you know what? That seems to be where we're the most popular, and we don't post shit there, but what Casey posts because I love her. She's the best.
My personal Instagram somehow has a decent amount of followers.
That's because you're a goddamn photographer. That's because you're a photographer.
Yeah, maybe I just don't properly use Facebook. Here's my thing. So I guess we're going to talk about social media for a minute here.
Why not? Because we're here.
Yeah. So my thing is, and it's really weird. So since Facebook's algorithm's all kinds of goofy and you see stuff at the weirdest times, I always feel awkward, like, because like there'll be a conversation somebody's having. And I'm like, oh, I should say this. And I'm like, oh, that was like 5 hours ago. I'm not even trying to bother with this. So I'm never really involved in the algorithm and keeping up with things. And then I just feel awkward jumping on somebody's random conversation. So I just usually don't.
Yeah, no.
But no, I'm reading your stuff, guys, and I'm laughing inside.
Inside, he's laughing.
You'll never know that I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Right now, but.
So, do you think? Let me. I'll come back to that thought I just had. How did you get linked up with everybody's favorite fucking thug, Trevor Tooth? Tooth.
Oh man. He found me on Facebook one day right before I dropped my album Ritual Abuse, and like I sent him a preview of one of the songs because like we started talking and shit, and he was like, yo dude, you're coming to Indiana and hosting I'll host your album release party and like you'll headline it and shit. That was the first headline show I've ever done. But yeah, no dude, he fucking just found me on Facebook and supported the fuck out of me, and yeah. I don't know. Since history, like that's like you see all these face tattoos. Those are all a product of Trevor, dog. Like,
he wants to tattoo everybody.
Yeah. And he's all about, reaching out to people, and like I know he, helping out at Carl's, and he really wants to get people on the stage and people out there that deserve it and help people out. We've talked to him about it. You can check out the video. It's on our channel. You can go find it. I can't put links because we're not special yet.
One day he'll be able to put a link in there.
With your help, if you remember to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there, make sure it goes from red to gray, and let your friends know to do the same. Join our journey here, and we'll make this stuff awesome. We're only gonna get better. We promise.
I'm gonna try to get a sponsorship from Fleshlight.
I don't know why you want that so bad. There is a hierarchy to these things. You want to get NordVPN.
Because nobody's asking for it.
That's nobody is asking. You got to get the VPN service, and then you get like the video game, and then you get Manscaped, and you also get MeUndies. Like that's a hierarchy. You got to work for those things.
Oh Jesus Christ. So
speaking of the new game, you could check out our new game. No, we ain't got that shit.
we ain't got new game. So, do you see? There's not a lot of people who, like we were talking about with Scream. So now that we can get to this, there's not a lot of people in our scene that can do that. That gives you such a versatile weapon as far as what you can bring to your own tracks and collabos. Specifically, I know you weren't on the actual album release, but you helping Cody with The Purge was fucking sick.
Dude, that's still by far one of my favorite video clips from any show, dude. Like, I love it. I always love doing fucking backup vocals for Cody, dude. Like, getting to scream for him, it's always such a fucking blast. Nobody ever expects it, really. Like, unless they've seen it before. Like, they just expect Cody to, like, rap along to shit, and, like, I don't know, dude. Like, I've seen him do it before without me, and, like, it's still, like, it's really good. But,
yeah, because he gets it from the crowd, but it helps to have, like, I'm not going to say that you are a hype man, because you could be if you wanted to, and I'm sure you might have worked it before, But do you like being in that role? Is it something you enjoy?
It's cool, dude. It's super cool because like I've never actually done it before. So like getting to do that for Cody, it's fucking fun, man. Like it's easy and fucking great, dude. And like I don't have to like physically drain the fuck out of myself to like vocalize a whole ass set. Only little parts. It's super cool.
So you had mentioned being in a band before and enjoying to be able to scream and things like that. Who is somebody that you would like to do something like on that metal side? Like, are we like, if you could get whoever, like you and Korn or something, I think would be dope. But like, who do you think would be fun to like work with and make something?
Dude, honestly, Korn would be fucking sick. Honestly, I'd like to be able to like make one of those old ass like new metal super like rappy songs like that Deftones used to fucking
Oh
do.
yeah,
Dude,
Or like-
something like that would be the shit. Like
I love the Deftones, by the way.
dude, so good, so fucking good.
If I could pick a collab from you from that era, I would see you with late '90s Roadrunner Records, self-entitled Slipknot, Corey Taylor.
Yes.
Oh, back before everything turned into Stone Sour.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to say anything about them because they're fucking sacred, and I won't.
Oh no, they're still amazing. I still love Slipknot,
Absolutely.
but after Volume 3, there was a sort of a shift in styles.
Yep,
Oh, yeah, of
everything got less angry and way more emo.
They also got older in relationships.
That's what happens. Yeah, okay, that just creates a great question, Paul. Thank you. Do you see ever becoming a softer side to your music with age? Do you think that eventually you won't be able to, I don't know, scream that way, pull that kind of darkness out of you, or do you see this as a, pardon the expression, but like an ever dripping fountain?
Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. And the fact that I don't know kind of scares the shit out of me sometimes. Cause like I don't know, dude. Like I'm not necessarily like a huge fan of softer music. Like, dude, my fucking like chill out music and like go to sleep music. I have like a fucking 45-hour like black metal playlist that I just like that's like I don't know, dude. I don't know. It'd be fun. And it could be cool, but also like I don't know, dude. It scares the shit out of me. I
mean, that's kind of the journey of life, right? It's you never really know what's going to happen because none of us expect to fall in love or to lose somebody tragically and just have our whole lives spin down this whole new path. And
no, absolutely.
I think that's some of the fun.
Yeah,
you're not wrong about that. So going on tour, you've got to go out with Cody. Do you and you're going to be a part of this Young Snuff tour with Cody and Darby? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool because it's we're big fans of LSP. We're big fans of, and I'm not going to say the underdogs because that's the wrong term. We're big fans of the labels that aren't as well known in the underground. Like we fuck with Team She. We fuck with.
Hell yeah.
We fuck with LSP. We're fans of LLE. I mean, but they're getting a bigger boost than a lot of people right now. But that's a whole other fucking kettle of fish. But do you see your like? Would you like to be signed by them for something? Is it something you would want, or would you want to keep working on your own?
See, I love working on my own, and like I own my own record label and shit. But dude, if I ever got the opportunity like handed to me to fucking do something like on LSP or with LSP, like being able to join them, dog, instantly in a fucking heartbeat, dude. In a heartbeat. That would be the most accomplishing shit ever.
And that's the funniest shit that we see in this underground. And the homie Stray from Sky Swamp Orange, he made a post that really had me laughing, and he was like, it was basically saying to the effect of he loves hearing how people who have the money to make music talk shit about people who don't have the money to make music, and it's like I'm trying to find my words here. Everybody would jump at the opportunity, no matter how much anybody wants to say they would love to stay independent and love to stay in the underground. you would sign that contract in a fucking heartbeat. And the
Oh,
people who say
absolutely.
they wouldn't are it's kind of hypocritical, and it kind of looks like egg on your face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think everybody's looking for those massive deals, but straight up, if you get an opportunity to get something that's reasonable,
To legitimately make a living from your art because some guy said, I'll pay you to do that, shouldn't be thought of as such a bad fucking thing.
oh, it
No,
definitely
it
shouldn't be looked at poorly. Just make, for the artist, understand that if you're looking at these major record labels, there's going to be some shady business.
Oh,
But there are these
always.
other, these labels where I haven't heard, LLE seems, I don't know what their record contracts look like or anything like that.
I mean,
But-
if we're to believe the album, Whip has to suck Joe Black's dick.
Okay, well, there is that. So maybe that's not such a great contract to look at. But my point is, if you can do, if you have the opportunity to go get signed, you can learn something from that. Just understand what it is. It is a business deal. It's not just free money.
No,
You're going to have to work it.
absolutely.
It's a risk, and you're going to gamble on yourself.
Yup.
Understand what that entails. That, I think that's the big thing. People, you have to work for it. It's not just, oh, I'm a success now. No, now the work begins.
Absolutely not. Then I don't know. I've seen that happen a couple of times over the years with like artists that'll sign to like different labels and shit, and like they work their ass off until they get on the label and they're like, oh, all right, I made it, and then they just like grow stagnant and lazy and don't ever do anything worth the value anymore. And it's
Well, and comfort breeds complacency. And I don't want to say names, but we could say Gmo, and we could say a couple other people who
right.
were a flash in the pan. I know we don't have one-hit wonders on our side of the industry, but
Yeah.
he really was a here and you missed it kind of thing.
No, he absolutely was, dude. Like he was here for. It seemed like he was here for a while it was happening. And looking back on it, I was like, no, that was literally like a blink of a fucking eye, dude.
Hey, you want to know something funny? Gmo lasted longer than the Confederacy.
I mean, I guess there is that.
Yeah. He's doing pretty good then.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's doing pretty good if you lasted. Hey, we lasted longer than the Confederacy. We've been at this for about 3 years now.
Hell yeah.
Sweet. Are they going to put us in the history book? They're going to be talking about us in high schools.
Happy
Yeah,
happy
fuck
third
yeah,
birthday!
yeah.
Happy third birthday picture. It didn't happen. We didn't celebrate or do anything because we didn't want to. But we did.
Sorry, we forgot about you.
I had to mention that we had that little milestone. So
Hell yeah.
you were talking about you started out as a band. Do you ever see yourself wanting to return to that if you could find dedicated enough individuals to want to be in this shit with you?
Absolutely. I absolutely. I would definitely love to have a band going again, but like I'm still, dude, it's still so fucking difficult to do it. Like I tried it not too long ago, and then I hit the point where I was kind of like, all right, fuck this. If it happens, it happens. But until then, like I'm gonna just rap and like make black metal by myself, like because that's what I do now. Is like I can make black metal all by myself. So like I don't need any help with like a band per se, but it would still be so much fucking fun, dude. Like that shit would be so much fun.
And I think a lot of the best bands and the ones that end up at least sticking together and around are the ones that just sort of happen. You're looking for a band and you're playing with these guys, and it's sort of like you're not happy and you're just sort of doing it. But then you start hanging out with other people and you just start running into these same people over and over, and it's like, hey, we're always hanging out. Like, why don't we just play together?
Right, like why don't we make something of this? But yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I definitely believe in like not forcing or rushing shit because it'll either never work out or it'll never be the way you expect it to be, and you're gonna be fucking pissed. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Everything just like you just gotta let shit flow.
Yeah, that's pretty much the easiest way to go about it. You really have to let shit happen organically. You can't push it or force it. So with working with Cody, with potentially with you making noise around fucking LSP, there's a push to have you at the gathering. How's that fucking right in your head, man? Like
dude, it's fucking crazy. Like, if that actually happens, it's gonna be insane. Like, I'll probably cry. Like, if that actually happens, dude, I'll feel like a little kid on fucking Christmas. Cause that's always been a dream of mine, and I've been submitting my shit for years, and it's never happened. So like, if it ever does, dude, that's gonna be fucking nuts.
But
Yeah,
now, sorry, you go first.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, I'm not really sure how that whole process works. I know it's definitely not.
You gotta submit
Well,
an
yeah,
entry
you gotta like submit it,
into
and
the
then
you gotta send it into the wizard, and the wizard has to watch it and enjoy it.
Yep.
yeah, I don't. It's weird how, and who they get on there.
No, it is.
And maybe it's just because it's partially a popularity contest, because I mean, I know for sure there's bands that and acts that deserve to be at the gathering that totally get skipped over. And then I've seen some of the people they put on the side stage at noon.
Yeah. And you're like, so how exactly did that one happen?
Right, like
But
you could have totally put somebody here.
But
Right.
here's the thing, though. Even if you're playing side stage at noon, you're still fucking playing the gathering. Like I know that,
absolutely.
I know that even though there's a lot of the mystique is worn off, the amount of people that would see you on that day at noon is way more than the opportunity potentially if they're going to see you at the local bar.
Exactly.
I mean, always take the opportunity to increase your brand awareness and get your name out there. And I mean, not even when you're on the stage, like if you're at the gathering, like why are you not walking around telling everybody there, hey, what up? I'm friggin' whoever and I rap.
Yep.
Come
Introduce
see me
yourself
at
to
noon
everybody
in the goddamn heat.
And don't just leave stuff on their freaking windshield like a freaking jackass. Like go talk to people.
That brings me to my next question. There is such a push for artists to have to be their own promoters, their own managers, their own everything. How fucking hard is that? Like being a part of the social media monster and having to just feed this creature at all times to keep people aware of who you are.
I fucking hate it, dude. I hate it. Cause like I have the worst anxiety. So like, dude, I'll sit there on like try to like think up a post to like promote something, and I'll fucking like post it and delete it 6 different times, just like or like rewording it and shit. It's so difficult.
yeah.
I was getting Tucson as my manager, so I couldn't fucking do it no more. What the hell?
It's the worst thing ever trying to like think of witty things for titles and like witty things to post on my pictures.
I'm pretty good at it, but my problem is I type like shit. So I'll have something awesome with like 3 misspellings in it, and I'm like, oh god, I look like such a fucking moron right now.
I'm just like, I gotta try to be funny or get some kind of reaction. And I'm just like, I don't even whatever. So I just stop. Now I just put like, this is who it is, this is where it was, this is when I took it. Peace.
Fucking right, dude.
But I think really with everybody, a lot of people, end up learning a lot of the things themselves. But I think most people eventually figure out, or at least from what I see, the trick is you need to get a group of people, which, you have Tooth there to help you, me and him and Casey, and you want to start building that team, but it's got to be very deliberate and slow because there really is just so many different aspects like to cover to be able to keep up with everything. It's not really possible. Plus, you want it to be good at it. So like,
and it's so fucking weird because even if people, because this is the part about it that I'm learning and it fucks with my head. Even if people are good at what they do, if they're horrible people, I don't want to fucking work with them. I don't want to deal with you or your shit. Like it's this weird thing that we as podcasters / journalists and artists, we have to have this fucking symbiotic relationship between us where we go to shows, we see each other, we bullshit, we say whatever, but some of the people that I boo-booed and blah blah that I would much rather never talk to ever at all. I passed the conversation at the end thinking, fuck, that was a waste of time.
Yep. That happens a lot.
Well,
Well,
that's how you keep moving along and you keep upgrading that circle that's around you. And
Yep.
yeah, that's something for real that people really take to heart. The people around you. We may this is something that I like to say around us is like we may not be fucking with people who are the most successful, but they're at least the people who are always pushing.
Hell
Keep
yeah.
pushing. Never fucking stop. If you like doing something, just keep fucking doing it.
Yep.
and plus we're probably the most negative people in our whole group because we try to keep it positive with who we hang out with. So sorry to all the positive people that we bring down, but thank you for bringing us around and trying to lift us up.
You know what I've gathered? Most of the people in my circle are pretty fucking negative too.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
We're trying to be positive here.
Yeah, it is what it is. So, what are some hints or tricks you could give upcoming artists to help you keep from making some mistakes that you did, or things that you figured out quicker than others that helped you progress?
Careful who you trust. Careful who you trust, and don't always jump at the chance to like fucking join a team or like a label or something like that. Cause like if you rush into it, you don't know what the fuck you're getting into. You can get into something where somebody will like steal a fucking album from you and make $10,000 off of the CD that is your project, and you'll never see any of that money or anything, dude. You gotta be careful. You gotta keep your eyes open, keep your head on straight, and try to read situations really fucking well. Because unfortunately, being an artist in the underground, it seems like people are trying to fuck you over any chance they get most of the time.
Ain't that the fucking truth, man? I see so many people undercutting and doing everything they can to bring others down, and I'd like to believe that the people I operate with and the things that we do on this show, we try to, at the very least, man, if you're up there doing it, hey, I'm not up there. At least you're fucking giving it a try. You know what I mean? I'll watch
Yeah.
you before I tell you that you suck.
Right.
But I just, there's such a need for brutal honesty that some people don't like. And
Yeah,
they
no,
don't,
there's a lot of people that cannot take the honesty or like criticism. They just can't take it. They just get super confrontational and like that's shitty, dude. Like, how are you supposed to progress? How are you supposed to excel if you're not open to suggestions and opinions, dude? Like, you gotta take everything into consideration to like better yourself and better your art. And if you don't listen to anybody, how are you gonna do that? Because you're just gonna sit stagnant.
yeah, you're absolutely right.
And you'll hide behind well, this is my art, and this is well, no, like I get that you can still do that, but show some growth, like refine what you're doing.
Absolutely.
The point is to have people see it and hear what you're doing, and if you are just spending your time pissing everybody off, well, they're not going to watch, and your stuff's not going to get out there. Your message is not going to get heard.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what is it? If you could flash forward to 5 years, where do you think you want to be? What would you like to see yourself doing as far as this music thing?
Shit, dude. Honestly, just being able to exist and survive comfortably off of it. That's really it. Like, be able to like take care of myself and the people around me just from my music, Because like, I don't know, dude. Shit, I would say like doing a shit ton of shows and going on tours and shit. But, like, I started doing that, so like, I don't know. I'm sure it's gonna like keep getting bigger, and I'm gonna keep doing more crazy shit that like in that aspect. But I don't know, dude. I really just like want to be able to survive off of this because this is all I got, and it's makes me so happy to do it. So like to be able to fucking survive off of that that's something that I'm definitely working towards, that I would like to see happen.
Well, that's I feel like that's an achievable goal. I feel like people they need to set achievable goals before they reach further. You need to knock down you need to knock down a few little milestones before you can be like, all right, fuck it, let's shoot for the moon.
Right, exactly.
Now, do you have any projects coming up? Any new music or anything you wanna tell them that they should see on the horizon?
I got a couple new singles in the works that'll be releasing later this month and into next month and shit. But super excited. I'm working on a song with Insane Poetry right now. And then I'm working on a song with Damian Quinn on a beat that I produced. And it's like my computer broke like 2 years ago, so I haven't been producing at all. And I got super drunk one day and fucked around on my homie's computer and created like the filthiest fucking beat I might have ever made. Like it reminds me of Graveyard by ICP.
Oh
Like,
shit!
Just like the eeriness and like the cool, like I don't know. I don't even know how to fucking explain it, but it's coming soon.
All right, so be on the fucking lookout for that.
Hell yeah.
So where can they find you all over social media? Where can they get access to your music? And I guess if they have to talk to you.
Dude, everywhere, fucking everywhere. I'm on fucking, dude, you can find my music on goddamn TikTok. But the easiest place to like find me would probably be, Instagram. I tend to use that the most. That's like where usually everybody can find me the easiest.
And what are you under on Instagram?
Worm is dead across
Worm
all
is dead.
social media.
Okay.
Worm is dead
yeah.
everywhere. Super easy. I love it when you can actually get like the match set, because that can be really difficult
Dude,
sometimes.
I know.
It is hard. I'm glad that we got ours. There's a special little joke on ours when people tag the phrase "Pics or It Didn't Happen." They tag us, and I'll pop in and be like, "Hey, you should check out our podcast." It's got nothing to fucking do with us at all, and sometimes I get told to fuck off, but I don't mind.
It's worth it.
Every time.
Fuck, man. This has been great. If you ever got anything else you ever want to talk about or you want to promote, please hit us up. Tell Tooth to get a hold of us one way or the other. You know how to.
And hey, before we get out of here, I do want to ask, since we were talking about the social media and all of those things, one of the biggest things about that is, of course, brand. You have a very distinct style and look. If you were to have your own cologne line, what kind of notes would that have in it?
Shit.
What's
Well,
worm
you ever smell
what would
Versace
worms
light
smell
blue?
like?
You ever smell Versace light blue?
No, I don't think I've had that one.
It's magnificent. I don't even know how to explain it. It just smells like God's coochie. Now mix that with some stale ass cigarette smoke and blunt smoke.
So we got Versace with a little bit of hood. We got that cigarette smoke lingering in the background.
Hell yeah, got that Newport 100.
Are we going to call the episode Versace with a little bit of hood? Because I like that.
Yes.
All right. You can find us all over social media at Pics or It Didn't Happen. If you want to find me on Facebook or Instagram, it's Fats King. If you want to find Yeti, where are they going to find you, bro?
I mean, mostly I'm on Facebook and Instagram, at Yeti Night on Instagram, and you can find all kinds of cool portraits and concert shots and all that cool stuff.
I'm gonna figure out fucking TikTok someday, I swear. A new project that I've started working on with the homie Dustin Plinus. We are doing a wrestling podcast. I will no longer be talking about wrestling on Pics unless it's brought up by the guests. So henceforth, if you want to hear my ideas about wrestling, every 2 weeks you can catch us at Real Heelcast. We'll get a channel up for that soon, and we'll let you motherfuckers know how you can be involved in that. Do you have anything else you want to say to him before we get out of here?
Shit. Listen to my music, follow fucking Pics or Didn't Happen, or else I'm gonna break in your house and beat your ass.
We'll catch you guys on the next one. We're out.